Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
A small Michigan town has erupted with fury after a nearby landfill revealed it will process radioactive waste from the Manhattan Project. The Wayne Disposal Facility in Van Buren Township will be processing low-radiation atomic bomb byproducts from the 1940s Manhattan Project, which developed the bombs used in World War II and whose lead scientist inspired the Christopher Nolan blockbuster Oppenheimer. The same facility also processed some of the waste from the East Palestine, Ohio, train derailment, which released toxic chemicals into the air during the fire. Residents are unhappy with the new developments, saying it's scary and they worry about the health and safety of their families and neighbors, they told WXYZ. "I don't like it," Bonnie Coughlin, who has lived in the township for 70 years, told the outlet. "I got my kids living next door, grandkids, and our neighbors. It's always been scary with that dump there." Coughlin lives roughly a mile away from the facility but doesn't plan on moving anytime soon. Although the Wayne facility, which is run by Republic Services, is federally approved, it doesn't make Coughlin feel any better as there's no guarantee something is not going to harm us. Anthony Paldibias, who has lived in the area for nearly 40 years, is equally concerned. "I'm just worried about my health, the health of others, and the value of our houses," he told the local outlet. "I have to shut my windows at night. It's so terrible, you can smell the smell. Why don't they drive it somewhere else?" Coughlin said. "I ain't moving, this my home, I've been here for 71 years, I ain't going nowhere. But we do need to try and stop it." The waste will be coming from the Niagara Falls storage site, located in Lewiston, New York, which became the primary location for uranium or byproducts related to the Manhattan Project. The transportation plan says 25 vessels of waste will be dropped off each week in line trucks between July and January. Each truck will have to be decontaminated before it can leave the facility, according to U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Roughly 6,000 cubic yards of soil and concrete and 4,000 gallons of groundwater with elevated radiation levels will be disposed at the facility. Republic Services said in a statement to WXYZ that the material will be accepted from the site as it falls within the permit guidelines and will be managed safely, responsibly, and in compliance with all local, state, and federal regulations. It also insisted the facility is highly engineered with multiple safety measures in place and frequent inspections and systems tests to ensure everything is operating as it should. In 2018, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers dumped 124,000 tons of radioactive soil and materials from Luckey, Ohio at the Michigan facility. Then last year, more than 218,000 gallons of toxic liquid waste was delivered to the site. The Manhattan Project was a top-secret World War II government project to develop and deploy the first atomic weapon. The project developed the A-bombs that were dropped on Japan in August 1945. The Manhattan Project largely remained secret, even though it employed thousands of people. The bombs were built in Los Alamos, New Mexico, with J. Robert Oppenheimer leading the scientists. Oppenheimer and his crew built and tested the bomb at Trinity in July 1945. Creating the first human-caused nuclear explosion. In the second afterwards, Oppenheimer said, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds," as he quoted from the Hindu scriptures. The project started after the U.S. caught wind at the Germans and the British were developing a similar experiment in 1940. By 1943, Canadian and British scientists moved to the U.S. to join the project in a cooperative effort. Source: Britannica, NPS.